We all know that Sarada Uchiha, the daughter of Sasuke and Sakura, is the female member of Team 7 who wishes to become Hokage. But what if I told you there's actually quite a bit about Sarada Uchiha that you don't know that might make you look at her character differently, or rather it should make you look at her character differently. Here are 15 things about Sarada Uchiha that not even the most hardcore Naruto fan might know, especially if you only watched the anime or read the manga. Number 1, did you know that Sarada, while her dream is to become Hokage, she's not actually the first Uchiha or even the first Uchiha in her own family to want to become Hokage. Even when you throw out Sasuke declaring he wanted to be Hokage during the 4th Ninja War, since his vision of Hokage was a perverted ideal of what the position actually was, well, in truth, she's actually the 4th in the Uchiha clan to want the position if we throw out Sasuke. The first was Madara, who felt honored by Hashirama when he suggested making him the first Hokage. The second was Fugaku Uchiha, who we learn in the Itachi Book of Daylight and in the Book of Midnight Stories, had dreams of becoming Hokage before the Nine-Tails attack, and part of his plan in the Uchiha coup d'etat was to force Hiruzen to name him 5th Hokage. The third was Itachi Uchiha, who we learned in those same stories just referenced, also had a dream of becoming Hokage until he was ordered to destroy the Uchiha clan. However, unlike the rest, Sarada looks like she might have a legitimate shot at becoming Hokage. Number 2, did you know that at the age of 12, we've actually seen Sarada use Genjutsu more than her father used until he was 16 years old? Despite Sasuke growing up in a time where there was more fighting and more opportunity to flex the Sharingan eye of hypnotism that Sarada has, Sasuke didn't really use Genjutsu, and in the manga, he never used Sharingan Genjutsu in Naruto Part 1. We don't see him use Sharingan Genjutsu until he's 16 when he uses it on Sai at Orochimaru's hideout. Number 3, did you know that in Sarada's first appearance in the Naruto franchise, she actually briefly stalked Boruto, following him around to see what mischief he was getting into, doing her best Hinata Hyuga impression. In Naruto Chapter 700, which was never animated in Naruto Shippuden or in the Boruto anime, we see Sarada following Boruto from a distance, taking a page out of Kid Hinata's book and hiding herself as she kept her eyes on Boruto, and goes home to complain to Sakura that boys are stupid, but smiles when she says that she and Boruto are similar in a lot of ways as well. Number 4, did you know that the Boruto illustrator Mikio Ikimoto, the longtime assistant for Naruto creator Masashi Kishimoto, is well aware of Western fans disapproving of Sarada's manga design? He said as much during an extended sit down with his staff, the writers from the anime, and one of his editors from Shueisha at the time back in 2018. He said that he might have taken too much liberty with Sarada's design. If you've only watched the anime, then this might not be something you know, since the anime uses Kishimoto's second design for Sarada and does not use Mikio Ikimoto's design, where she wears a scarf around her neck and a short dress like the one that Sumire wears, and heels like Shizune, Sakura, and Tsunade wore in Naruto's manga. Number 5, did you know that Sarada's controversial manga outfit amongst Western fans wasn't actually her first design, let alone Ikimoto's first design for a character? Both Naruto's creator Masashi Kishimoto and Boruto's illustrator Mikio Ikimoto have each gone through multiple design choices for Sarada. Kishimoto initially drew Sarada wearing a bit of a preppy outfit back in 2014 for Naruto Chapter 700, where she wore a sweater and a jacket over a short skirt. A few months later, in 2015, for the release of Naruto Gaiden, Kishimoto changed the outfit again to a red zip-up shirt, short pants that stop at the upper thigh, black sleeves on the arms and legs that stop just over her knee, which is the outfit that Boruto the movie and the anime use. Ikimoto, on the other hand, has drawn several different versions of Sarada before settling on the current design you see in the manga. The first is a version that got scrapped where Sarada wore a red zip-up shirt like the anime, but the sleeves were a combination of red and black, and she had a giant white belt around her stomach and a second short belt around her hip and a short red dress. The second version was Sarada in an outfit similar to the one we have in the manga now, but this outfit had a dark greenish color wrapping for her chest and for a scarf, while wearing a brown belt around her hips and a brown holster on her thigh. Then we have the current version of Sarada in the manga, where she has a yellow scarf and white belt and white wrappings around her chest and a short red skirt. Number 6, did you know that Sarada's mangekyou Sharingan pattern was actually drawn by Kishimoto a whole 7 years before we actually saw it in the manga? In one of the last Boruto related artworks that Kishimoto drew, he drew Team 7 together with Sarada's mangekyou Sharingan being shown alongside Mitsuki's Sage transformation in Boruto with 2 Byakugan and QB mode. Number 7, did you know that Sarada also shares a name with a famous figure in Hinduism, Sarada Devi, who is the wife and the spiritual consort of a Hindu mystic in the early 1900s? secrets. She was addressed as being the Holy Mother for a long period of time, which might be why Kishimoto has Sarada being positioned as being a future Hokage in the future, which would have people calling Sarada Lady Sarada the same way that those people call Sarada Devi by the name of Holy Mother Sarada. Number 8, did you know that Sarada actually hates to eat one of Sasuke's favorite foods? We learned in the Naruto data books that Sasuke's favorite foods are tomatoes. However, Sarada is revealed to absolutely detest tomatoes. She might be Sasuke's little peanut, but she clearly does not have his taste buds. But this should make you look at the ending of the Sasuke Retsunin story a lot differently now, which we did see illustrated in the Sasuke Retsunin manga, because Sarada made it a point to make a dinner for Sasuke that included all of his favorite foods, despite her hating tomatoes, and still making a dish because she wanted to do something special for her father. Number 9, did you know that Sumire and Mitsuki aren't the only ones who've asked Sarada if she has feelings for Boruto? We learned in one of the Boruto Academy novels that was written by the former Boruto author Ukyo Kodachi that during the preparations for the Academy graduation, Sarada was asked by Chocho about her feelings for Boruto, with Chocho stating that she noticed that Sarada behaves differently when she's around Boruto than she does around the other boys, and that her face changes whenever she sees Boruto or she sees that Boruto's sad. Unfortunately, this scene was not adapted into the Boruto anime. Number 10, did you know that during the events of the Hidden Mist field trip arc in the novel version of the story, despite Sarada not being the best at medical ninjutsu, she was able to restart someone's cardiovascular system just by using her chakra. Given she's not the best at medical ninjutsu, we can probably chalk this up to a fluke moment of blind luck during a moment of desperation, but like the previous fact, this moment was never shown in the anime. Number 11, did you know that the Boruto anime made a major change to Sarada's character? Sarada in Boruto's anime only has a 2-tomo Sharingan, which she unlocked with the battle with Deepa. However, in Boruto's manga, she was shown with the 3-tomo Sharingan during the battle with Boro. Somewhere in the timeline between the events of the Boruto chapter and the Chunin exams, where Sarada had a 1-tomo Sharingan and the Boro fight, she gained the 3-tomo Sharingan, while Masaya Honda, one of the writers of the Boruto anime, stated that they were aware of the mistake that the anime made. He said that there are plans for Sarada to get the 3-tomo Sharingan in the anime, but by the conclusion of Boruto Part 1's anime, we still hadn't seen it, which brings me to number 12. Number 12, did you know that Sarada's 3-tomo Sharingan is actually awakened in a Boruto era Naruto novel titled Sasuke Shinin, the Teacher's Star Pupil, where Sarada actually awakens her 3-tomo Sharingan while on a training mission with Sasuke, who has been working with Sarada on a new lightning release jutsu and how to better use her Sharingan in combat. Sarada's training was to find the chakra bombs on the ship, which Sasuke had already checked ahead to make sure that they weren't a threat, and she did this by using the Sharingan's ability to see chakra as a color. However, out the joy from being trained by her father personally and not wanting to let him down on what she believed was an S-rank training mission, Sarada's 3-tomo Sharingan awakens. This scene obviously hasn't been adapted in the anime either. Number 13, did you know that despite being a relatively new character to the Naruto franchise, Sarada has already been placed in 8 Naruto video games, with the very first being a Japanese exclusive game released in Japan for mobile phones, Naruto Shinobi Collection, which is an RPG game. Number 14, did you know that Sarada right now at the age of 12 has already mastered more changes in chakra nature than her father did for a majority of Naruto's manga? You didn't mishear me at all. Sarada currently has mastered more changes in chakra nature than her father did for over 600 chapters of Naruto's manga until Sasuke got the Rinnegan in Naruto Volume 70, which is a shortcut to mastering all 5 changes in chakra nature. It's important to remember that the Sharingan can't copy a change in chakra nature jutsu that the user doesn't already have mastery over, so the Sharingan excuse gets thrown out the window. Sarada right now is on pace to surpass her uncle Itachi in the number of chakra natures she has, with Itachi having mastered 3 changes in chakra nature: fire release, water release, and wind release. Sarada currently has fire release due to being an Uchiha, lightning release, and she picked up wind release in a light novel, but is shown using wind release in the Boruto anime when she uses it along Mitsuki in one of the battles against one of the Mujina bandits, Tsukio, at Hozuki Castle. Right now, Sarada is off to a pretty good start in terms of being a shinobi. Given multiple changes in chakra nature for a Ganin is not expected, and it's not expected of a shinobi until they become a Jonin after years of changing chakra nature drill training. Number 15, did you know that in the Boruto movie novelization, the true story for Boruto's movie film, Kodachi and Kishimoto originally intended for Sarada not to be lovers like the fans want, but rather to have them be rivals who push each other forward. There are a few times before Boruto starts using ninja tech to cheat through the exams that he refers to Sarada as his rival in his internal monologues and doesn't want to be left behind by her as a shinobi, which is something he starts to come to the conclusion of once he sees Sarada is viewed as being attractive by boys in this generation and being viewed as skilled by some of the older adults. We briefly see in the Boruto anime tease the whole rival concept with Boruto and Sarada having a bit of a healthy rivalry during the academy arc in the boys versus girls episode and a few competitive spats here or there, but ultimately this gets pushed to the side. However, that's gonna be it for 15 things you didn't know about Sarada Uchiha. If we can hit 3,000 likes on this video within a week of publishing it, I'll get to work on 15 things you didn't know about Mitsuki, and there's actually quite a bit you don't know about Mitsuki if you've only watched the Boruto anime. So if you enjoyed this video, click here to check out more Naruto Explained videos.